Our next guest shot to fame on X Factor 3 years ago with pop opera group G4. Since then, he has sold over 2 million albums and now has a solo career and possibly one as a budding chef after being joint winner on the Channel 4 series that scrutinised your dinner party fare, Come Dine With Me. Jonathan Ansell, it's very nice to have you with us today.
Great to be here.
Now, what did you have to do to win or to become joint winner of Come Dine With Me?
You're entertaining each other over a series of a week, and you cook, you provide drinks, hopefully you spend time with the guests, which I was really bad at, but it's all about just giving people a nice dining experience in your own home.
What was on the menu then?
I made some homemade bruschetta, so I was baking the bread, and I did that with some goat's cheese and a salsa and some reduced balsamic. I tea-smoked some duck for the main with some oriental noodles, a sweet potato mash, and I made a chocolate torte at the end with some spun sugar. So I went all out, and it worked when I brought it to the table, but in the kitchen there were some disasters.
So have you got something you're coming up just in the next few weeks?
We're working towards a new album for the autumn, but coming up is the Classical Brits, and I'm doing a performance with Hayley Westomer at that in the Royal Albert Hall. And
hopefully it will all go slightly more smoothly than possibly some of the episodes in the kitchen on Come Dine With Me.
Let's hope so.
You had a particular problem in one specific area, did you not?
I went a bit all out for the spun sugar element of the dessert, and I managed to burn the sugar first time round, and then in trying to clean the pan, I burnt it dry and then filled the place with smoke, so it was a bit of a disaster.
I'm not sure whether to admire your courage or your madness to attempt spun sugar at all, but luckily we have Thomasina over there.
Oh, the professional.
She is... the woman's a multi-talented, is amazingly talented, but she also wants to actually try the old spun sugar trick, because I think you last cooked it how long ago, Thomasina?
The first and last time I spun sugar, I think it was about 10 years ago.
Well, so, I think we should go up and join it and see if we can set the smoke alarms on,
yeah,
get the fire brigade here, close down the set and everything else. Okay. What's happening here, Thomasina?
So, we've got our bowls here, and I think you probably know about as much as I do about this. Basically, we have to grease these up, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And we're greasing them up so that the sugar doesn't stick to them.
That was the plan, but it didn't quite work with me. I wanted it to be the neat thing, so if you can make that work, I'll be
right. Well, okay. So
really
there's
pleased.
your pastry brush.
So spun sugar is just made from what? Sugar, just melted sugar. Any water in there at all?
Absolutely no water, as far as I know. I mean, I think the really important thing is that you don't touch your sugar. You just let it melt gently, and you don't put a spoon in it. You don't stir it. You don't put water in it. You just let it do its thing, don't you?
Okay.
Well, I didn't, but maybe that's where I'm wrong.
So you're nicely lubed up.
I reckon.
Okay, perfect.
I have to say that Thomasina's put a lot more on hers than you've got.
Yeah, I'm not, risking anything here. Okay, so I've got your sugar there. And I've got some sugar here for me.
It's a dark sort of amber. It's just
yeah, you want that really dark caramel colour, I think.
Get spinning.
Okay, he's chosen his tool. Here we are.
Okay, this is it. This is our two. So this is very sort of very professional looking, both of you. Look at this. Is this working? It's forming a very pretty pattern over there. It's a matter of whether it cools down exactly to the right crispness, isn't it?
Pretty much. It's
Thomasina, yours looks like you're certainly going for overkill there.
No, what are you talking about? We're trying to form a basket here over those beautiful raspberries.
Yours is less of a basket, more like a head case.
Oh my God, you've gone really beautifully.
Exactly, and we're looking at an artist here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm doing very well here.
Okay, I think we call that enough.
Okay, that's it. So now we have to wait for it to cool, don't we? Come on, put your weapon down. No cheating.
This is the sweet moment of truth. So, would you like to try and lift off your your creations from the? This is where it becomes really interesting. Yes. Moving things carefully. That turns up very nicely upside down.
Gosh.
Yes, Thomasina, how's it going? Is it easing off?
Easing off nicely, yeah.
Yes, I can see. Jonathan, how's yours?
perfect.
This is.
Look, that look.
Absolutely.
Look at that, look.
Yes, thank you. No, come on. Round of applause, Jonathan, I think.
Now, look, you may think that's a mess, but actually I made one earlier. So I think, you know, you can't complain too much.
Thomasina, you are fibbing. You said you hadn't baked it for 10 years. That was put out by our highly skilled professionals in the prep kitchen.
Oh, rats. Okay, you're right. Okay, you're right.
That is absolutely, I think, a work of art of a very peculiar kind. Jonathan, thank you very, very much for coming in. Come back and do some proper cooking next time. Yeah.